Well, a familiar face arrived at the Diddy trial this morning. That is Kanye West, who now goes by Ye. The rap star said in recent weeks that he has been in touch with Sean Diddy Combs' family and would possibly be attending his trial. Let's bring in CBS News national correspondent Jericka Duncan. She has the very latest from the courthouse. Jericka, a star-studded audience today. What can you tell us about it?
You know, I was actually outside and I heard some rumblings that he might be pulling up any minute now. So I decided to wait, and I was able to capture him as well as many other media outlets as Kanye West walked into the federal courthouse today. And I asked him, "Why are you here?" And he didn't answer. He kept walking inside, but I did hear from another reporter that another reporter asked him that question, and he said he was here to support Sean Combs. So he didn't spend a lot of time in federal court. He was apparently in a second overflow room. I did not get to see that, but another reporter from CBS, local here in New York, Alice Gaynor, told me that after being in there for maybe 5 or 10 minutes and kind of looking at different reporters intently, she said, he got up and he left. So he was here, I guess, to show his support for Sean Combs. But of course, the trial goes on, a very serious one at that could land Combs in prison for the rest of his life if he's convicted on all of the counts. Specifically, that racketeering conspiracy charge is what I believe this witness for the prosecution that's testifying right now, a man named Jonathan Perez, is supposed to do, because he is a former assistant who's laying out his connection to Christina Coram, the former chief of staff for Combs, as well as a head of security, as well as a travel manager. He's naming all these people that he was either in touch with to set up what he calls king nights. We've heard hotel nights from Jane, and we heard freak-offs from Ventura, but it was this idea that he was having these sort of sex, drug-fueled parties in hotel rooms. And right now, Jonathan Perez is on the stand, and he's talking about having to come up with liquor and music and a change of clothes for Combs, as well as condoms, he says, and lube and honey. The prosecutor said, "Why honey?" And he said it's because it's known to enhance a man's libido. When asked how he was asked to pay for these things, he said that he would use his personal company card, or he would ask Combs' security for cash. So when you look at that racketeering conspiracy, which has to do with Combs leading an alleged criminal enterprise for the purpose of sex, this is where we hear some of the testimony from Jonathan Perez that would link him to that alleged count of racketeering conspiracy. Not Jonathan Perez directly, because he was granted immunity, but Sean Combs.
A lot going on inside that courtroom behind you, Jericka, and a lot going on outside with the arrival of Kanye West, who as quickly as he arrived, he was gone. Jericka, thank you so much for your coverage on this. We're going to check in with you a little bit later in this hour.